Hey everybody, Rustin with Overlanding USA. We're coming here today with another great truck walk around video. This one coming very highly requested. You guys may know Chris from some of our other videos. This is F-150. We've been getting a lot of requests, obviously, to do an F-150 overland walk around video. They're not super common in the world of overlanding. So Chris, what do we got? What's your make, model, and what made you choose an F-150?
It's a 2015 F-150 FX4 with a 2.7 liter EcoBoost.
Okay.
And what made me choose this truck is just the body style. I wasn't normally a fan of the F-150.
Mm-hmm.
They were good trucks, great
right.
trucks. I just didn't really like the way they looked.
Yeah.
Until they came out with this body style, and I just fell in love with it.
The new body style? Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so you mentioned that 2.7 EcoBoost?
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and pop the hood and let's get
right.
looking at that, because that's really interesting. Okay, so you've got a little bit of a unique perspective being able to talk about things like this. You're a Ford mechanic, right?
Yes, that's correct.
So this 2.7 EcoBoost, it's basically a six-cylinder turbo engine, from my understanding.
Yeah.
It's really one of the first six-cylinder engines that Ford's put in a full-size truck like this.
Yes.
So kind of talk about, what are some of the benefits of having a turbo 6 versus maybe a V8 when it comes to doing some like off-road travel like that. We're not going to talk too much about engine modifications. I know you said you've got an aftermarket air filter.
Yeah, the AEM dry flow.
AEM dry flow air filter.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot of room to do too much as far as engine modifications in this due to the turbo.
Yeah.
But definitely, I want to talk about what are some of the benefits of having that 2.7 turbo, and what are some of the things you like about it.
Okay. First thing is it's a V6, so it's smaller engine,
Right.
2.7 liter. It's naturally going to consume less fuel when you're just cruising around.
Right.
Before, all the stuff I'd done to it when it was stock, driving to Denver, Colorado, 23 miles a gallon on the highway.
Wow, that's incredible on a
Yeah.
full-size truck.
Yeah, it was great.
I don't get that on a stock 4Runner. That thing weighs a whole lot less, I'm sure.
And then with it being twin turbo, you get the power there
Yeah.
as soon as you need it.
Immediate
And
low-end torque and power.
they're sized to where you get the torque down low.
Really?
So you don't have no lag.
That's awesome. So you said, what are you getting as far as economy right now if you had to average it out?
With everything on the truck, our 3 dogs, my wife, fully full of fuel and water and everything, between 15.5 to 18, depending on where we're going.
So I mean, that's basically the equivalent of what you would get on a stock 5.0 for the most part, right?
Usually, yeah.
Somewhere right in there, and that's
Yeah.
before you put anything else on the truck.
Yeah.
So definitely some benefit to having that kind of engine. Now there obviously is going to be the question that people are going to have when it comes to, there is a stigmatism with Fords in the overland community. There's a reason a lot of people are using Toyotas. I've been thoroughly impressed with everything that this truck has been able to do. It's been on every trip that we've been on. It's been, never had any problem as far as being full-sized or having any issues. Being a Ford mechanic and being able to talk about things like that, let's try and dispel some of that myth of the unreliability of Fords.
Yeah.
Do you guys get a lot of these back in the shop for major repair? I'm not super familiar. How long has the EcoBoost been out? As far as an engine,
the first
setup?
one they put in was 3.5.
Was it 3.5? Okay.
And that was in the 2010,
Okay.
2011 F-150.
So these have been around for
Yeah.
7 or 8 years at this point.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
The first one they had some issues with.
Yeah.
They had problems with just pistons, skirts cracking,
Right.
and falling in the pan, destroying the blocks,
Right.
stuff like that.
I'm
But
sure
they-
anytime you introduce a new engine like that, it's going to have
Yeah.
you have your
anyone
growing
has
pains.
issues.
There's people that are having problems with the 3.5 on the Tacomas. I've seen a couple people that have blown engines on the 3.5s and just complaining about lack of power. But
Yeah.
do you see a lot of these, a lot of the newer ones back in the shop having to get fixed or anything like that?
Not for major issues,
Just
especially the 2.7.
The 2.7?
The 2015 2.7. We don't have any issues with them. And if there is, it's very small stuff like a map sensor or
Right.
something with the evap system.
Gotcha.
Emissions.
Yeah, real basic stuff.
Yeah, nothing like destroyed engines, no blown turbos.
Nice. How many miles do you have on this one?
Currently at 56,000.
56,000. Nice.
Yeah.
So you put some decent miles on it
Yeah.
in the last couple of years you've owned it. Awesome.
And,
Well, cool. It's really exciting to kind of see. I wish a lot more companies would be a little more experimental with engines like this. I think there's a lot of benefit. I know I'd love to have one in my 4Runner. I feel like I'd probably get about 30 miles a gallon.
yeah.
And it'd be nice to have some power, but it's going to be it's interesting to see the long-term effects of a lot of off-roading with any kind of vehicle when you introduce a new engine and a new body and everything. But I've been impressed with this thing so far as much as I've been around it, and I think it's a really great option for doing some off-road travel and everything, especially with the fact that you basically can fit 35s on it without having to do too much of a lift.
Yeah, you just have to pull the crash bars out and that's it.
Right.
And they just unbolt.
So
it's nothing too tough.
Cool. Well, let's get around and let's talk about your tires and your suspension and stuff.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Chris. So coming down here, we had talked about it just a minute ago. You have the option to fit a 35 on this thing, basically stock. You didn't put a 35 on it, or with very little lift. I shouldn't say stock. But we do have still a pretty beefy tire in this thing. So what rim are we running? Tire, and then we'll get into the suspension.
Okay, we have a gear alloy.
Okay.
18-inch rim. General Grabber X3s and a 33 by 12.5 18.
Okay. What made you choose the General Grabber?
I wanted a beefy tire and one that's had a reputation.
Yeah,
And,
been around.
General is pretty reputable.
Yeah, they're very much so. They've been around for a while, but that's definitely a beefy tire.
A lot of people are saying that these ride really smooth.
Yeah.
And they're quiet for being a mud terrain.
Right.
And that's the experience I've had.
Excellent.
They're very quiet.
Very cool.
And they wear very well.
Yeah, I was about to say, you've had these on for a while.
20,000 miles now.
Nice.
And as you can see, there's no chunks missing.
Yeah.
And if there is, it's in
Very small little
outer
bits.
edge, small spots.
Yeah. Cool. So we do have a lift, a little bit of a front end lift, right? Like a
Yeah.
leveling kit.
Yeah, it's
So what kind of shocks are we running on the inside?
they're the Rancho RS 9000
Okay.
XL.
Awesome.
Adjustable.
I ran those. Those are fantastic.
Yeah, they're great.
What kind of lift did it give you in the front?
It leveled it out.
Leveled it out like 2
Yeah,
inches.
2.5 inches.
2.5 inches.
Yeah.
Okay. And we're running the same thing, just the RS 9000
Yeah.
in the rear too.
Yep.
Awesome. Like them so far? They've been good to you?
Yeah, really good.
Good option for a full-size truck like this?
Oh yeah, and the being able to adjust them, the dampening is really nice.
Yeah, having the dampening control.
Easy enough.
No problem. Well, cool. So, all that being said, let's jump around. You got a lot going on in the back of the truck. We don't have a whole lot as far as bumpers or anything like that, but we do have some storage and some stuff going on in the back as far as extra batteries and tents and racks and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
And I definitely want to talk about that. So let's jump around. Okay, guys. So we got, like I said, I got a pretty good bit going on back here. We've got some storage, refrigerator, what looks like it's a water system.
Yeah.
Back here as well.
Yeah.
So let's start with the storage. Where'd you get it, and do you like it? And how much usage you got out of
Actually, I designed it myself.
it? Okay.
Built it myself.
Very cool.
I wanted a drawer. First of all, to buy drawers, it's expensive.
It is expensive.
And
yes.
some of us don't have money to buy a truck like this.
Yeah. I feel you there.
So my dad helped me a little bit with it. I did it mostly myself though.
So custom carpentry job. We've got two drawers.
Yeah.
You just got to keep all your stuff in them.
Yeah. Bottom one.
Yeah.
It's all the cooking stuff.
Okay.
Top drawer just has like tools and air compressor.
Awesome. And so on the other side of that, we've got the fridge. I'm assuming the tray for the fridge that it's sitting on, as far as this part down here,
Yeah.
that's also just kind of some home fabrication stuff. But I'm assuming The slider, that's Dometic, right?
Yeah, this the fridge slide.
Fridge slide's Dometic.
Made by Dometic. Yeah.
Awesome. And so you're running the Dometic fridge as well. What size Dometic is that?
It's the CFX 65 dual zone.
65 dual zone.
Yeah.
And
fridge
so
freezer. How
How does it do in the back of the truck? Not, I mean, I'm sure this is a question a lot of people are going to want to know. So how does the fridge do in the back of the truck, not being kind of enclosed within a vehicle?
With the 100 amp hour AGM battery I
Yeah.
have, if it's fully charged, I can stay probably 2 nights before
Okay.
it starts shutting off on me.
Right. Any issues with like dust or anything like that?
It runs flawlessly.
Awesome. That's really
It's
cool.
been covered with dust numerous times.
Yeah, I've seen it. You let
Yeah.
it. Last time we were up here, it snowed on it.
Yeah. It's.
I'm sure that
it's
helped it keep it cold, but
Snow. I've had rainstorms pouring
Yeah.
rain on it, and it just keeps going. You see, it's got some damage from just bouncing around back here because
Yeah.
these drawers aren't secured.
aren't super secured down.
Yeah, so they do bounce up sometimes, and I tend to drive a little fast when I go off-roading.
Yeah.
So.
Very cool. So next to that, I believe that's a new addition to the truck. I haven't seen it on
Yes.
this trip. So we have water. We have pressurized
Yeah.
water. Awesome. That's super cool. How handy is that?
It's godsend.
Oh, I bet it is. Being able to help with like dishes or wiping up or anything.
Oh yeah.
And so
good.
is that just a single pump? That's just a single electric 12 volt pump basically?
Yeah, it's just 12 volt.
12 volt pump, and that ties into your AGM battery you've got back there, right?
Yeah, plugged in a 12 volt outlet.
And it just ties into a portable water jerry basically.
Yeah, for now.
For now.
Until I put a permanent tank back
Permanent
there.
tank back there.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, that's a pretty good little setup. Yeah, I mean, you guys, always seem to eat well, so
Yeah, and it's quick.
Some good breakfast.
Keep
this
our
morning,
table
so-
here.
Yeah, keep the table there and everything.
And then right here we have our just pop-up shower tent.
Pop-up shower tent.
Shower tent, bathroom tent.
And I bet that comes in handy now, especially with the pressurized water.
Yeah. And
That's
you
super
set it
cool.
up on the side right there.
Right.
We usually put our soaps and stuff right up here, and you
Yeah.
just reach through the tent and get whatever you need.
Very cool. Well, awesome. All right, well, let's jump up to this tent and this rack. This back storage is really cool. It's a very, very efficient way to do this kind of thing, and it really looks good.
Yeah, I've gotten
A lot of good use
questions
out of it.
on
It looks-
how fast I set up.
Oh yeah, it's pretty much it. As soon as the tent's open, you're done. Basically,
Yeah.
you just lower the thing down.
Yep.
Very cool. Okay, well, let's jump into the tent and the rack, and we'll get into that.
Okay.
Cool. All right, so getting around to like your sleeping arrangement here. First off, we've got kind of what I know you said is a custom rack. It's all
Yeah.
aluminum.
Yeah.
You fabricated it yourself. Were there a lot when you were looking to do a rack? Obviously, you had to do a rack to do the tent.
Yeah.
Were there a lot of options for bed racks on these F-150s that you liked, or was it just a decision that was this built out of more necessity, there not being option, or did you just decide to build it yourself?
Well, when I first decided we were going to get a rooftop tent,
Right.
like I said, that either a bed rack or
Some kind
load
of-
rails up top for
Right,
a tent
some
were
kind of
a
cab rack.
necessity. That was out of the question because I wanted to park the truck in the garage.
Correct. Okay.
So the main idea behind this was to have it low enough to where it could still clear my garage.
Okay.
I wasn't concerned about aerodynamics.
Right.
And at the time, in the US, no one made bed racks.
For the F-150 for this year model.
Really didn't make any.
Any? Wow. Okay.
And then as soon as I made this, like about a month later, I started seeing them on Tacomas built
Yeah.
by the popular companies.
Yeah. Very cool. So it's all aluminum fabrication.
Yep.
So doesn't weigh very much.
So the whole thing weighs probably about 45, 50 pounds.
Wow, that's super light, especially for as many bars as you've got on this thing.
Yeah.
Speed. So talking about getting a rooftop tent, we've got one up here.
Yeah.
What's make, model? What do you like about it?
It's the Geo Adventure Gear. I believe it's the 165.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just they're pretty much all the same, no
Yeah.
matter what brand you get.
Yeah.
It just depends on what brand you want to pay for.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah.
And
I've seen some of these are a little bit more cost effective than most.
yeah.
So very cool. But yeah, they definitely most of them come out of the same. Most of the same factory. You just pick the
Yeah.
options.
You pick how popular you want to be.
Yeah, basically. Very cool. So, and you guys get a ton of use out of this thing.
Oh yeah, we use it
all the time.
all the time.
That's awesome. And it still looks like it's in really good shape.
Yeah, they're really well made.
Yeah, excellent. All right, cool. Well, let's. I'm sure a lot of people are going to want to know what the inside of the truck looks like. You said you don't really have a whole lot of interior modifications on the truck.
No,
but we'll walk around and we'll check the inside of the truck and we'll. Okay, so interior of the F-150 don't have a whole lot of modifications, but Fords are very well known now for having very nice interiors on pretty much all models of their vehicle. So as far as what does a F-150 like this come with as far as interior features?
And this one, it comes with heated seats.
Okay.
Just heated, not cooled. You have your 12-volt outlet here, and we do have a 120 outlet.
Oh, wow.
400 watt.
That's convenient.
There's one here, and there's also one back here.
Do they have full power to them all the time?
No, only with the key on.
Only with the key on? Awesome.
And engine running.
Right, but you don't have to like pop a switch or anything like that to be able to turn it on?
They turn on
just as soon as truck's on?
As soon as you start.
Wow, that's nice.
And then I just have a little mount here for my phone that that's all I use for navigation.
Navigation and stuff like that. Does the base truck come with any kind of navigation as far as on the infotainment system?
It's an option.
It's an option?
Yeah, I opted not to have it because
you knew you're going to use your phone most of the time.
options.
Yeah, and on top of that, I'm sure you can get better maps and stuff like that on your phone than you can stock F-150 sat nav. I know it's better on my phone than on my truck.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, cool. Well, yeah, lots of room, very spacious,
A lot of room.
but it's a good looking interior. I definitely would like to have a little bit more room on mine, but this is a good setup.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Plenty of center console room.
Plenty of storage space. Lots of room in the back seats as well.
Yeah. We could pop back there.
Yeah, let's look at that. Yes, there's lots of room for extra storage back here, definitely.
Yeah. So our dogs, we have a bed for them back here.
Very nice.
And it's actually big enough where someone could sleep back here if they wanted to.
Really cool. You got some Molly panel stuff going on in the back of these things.
Yeah.
That's kind of neat. Those are some really nice seat covers.
Yeah.
So you just kind of throw them on there and it gives you some modular storage off the back?
Yep. You could put whatever you need. Like this one's for shotgun shells.
Right.
I don't have a shotgun, so there's no shotgun shells in there. Keep the radio.
Radio back there, yeah. Dog bags, little
doggy bags
and everything like that. Man, that's a cool little thing. Who makes those? Who makes seat covers? Do you know?
These are made by Cover King.
Cover King.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're
I might
fairly
want to look
expensive.
into something like that. Yeah, they look good though, but that's really cool. They've got all the storage on the back of them like that. That's super convenient.
Yep. The first aid kit in here. Sunscreen, binoculars over here.
Awesome. Well, all right, cool. Let's go up front of the truck and let's just wrap this whole thing up. Talk about why someone would choose an F-150 for overland or off-road travel like that, and kind of final thought stuff.
All right.
So, just kind of in conclusion, like we talked about when we were in the engine bay, there is a stigma with F-150s and reliability for off-road travel. If someone was watching this video and they have an F-150 or they think they want to buy an F-150, it's the most popular truck in the world. They sell more trucks than anybody else.
Yep.
And they were wanting to outfit their truck and to go do 4x4. What are kind of your thoughts on the truck? What would you say to anybody that was, had an F-150 or was going to get one and take it off-road?
Well, first thing is you got to decide what you're actually going to use the truck for.
Right.
Are you going to be towing? Because camp trailers are real popular now.
Right.
And not saying this truck couldn't do it. It does it flawlessly. I've towed pretty heavy stuff.
Right.
It still does really good. But you'd probably want the 3.5 EcoBoost.
Just to get a little extra power.
Has a little bit more torque and horsepower.
Okay.
But for something like I have, the 2.7 is perfect. 325 horsepower, 375 pound-feet of torque.
Still getting great gas mileage.
Yeah, great gas mileage.
Is there anything immediately you would say you should do to the truck in order to go off-road beyond, because when I first met you, you were still running basically the stock tires and no suspension left, and it went and did the Mojave Road no problem.
Yeah, they're built really well.
Yeah.
Despite what anyone tells you.
Yeah.
These trucks are built very well, especially with the new aluminum body.
Yeah.
Don't listen to what anyone says. This body is way more rigid than the steel body.
Yeah.
Way more. I could have this thing fully flexed out and still open and close the doors, no problem. Pop the tailgate open.
Yeah.
Nothing flexes on it.
No problem with any kind of body flex or anything.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Yeah. So this is a fantastic option. It's made me kind of reconsider everything that I do with my vehicle and off-roading and what's possible and everything.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any more questions about Chris's build or anything like that? I'll leave a link down below. Feel free to comment on the video and I can shoot questions back and forth with him via text message, or he can even get on YouTube and answer the questions for you. This has been Rustin with Overlanding USA with another truck walk around video. Really glad we got to do this one. It's been a long time in the works, but really good video. A lot of requests on this one. So I appreciate everybody that watches. As always, if you thought this video was great, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. If you're not already, please subscribe. Think of it as a way to keep having these videos and keep seeing awesome trucks. Just to let you know, we do have a few other things in the works. The next video is going to be of a certain supercharged 4Runner that is in town, and we're going to knock that one out. I'd love to drag race the two of them against your F-150. I think that would be a lot of fun, just to kind of show that off.
Yeah.
But thanks you guys for watching. This has been Rustin and Chris. We'll catch you in the next video.